Hey you guys, welcome back to another video. I was getting ready for work this morning and I just had this really big revelation and I wanted to do a video about it. So I'm gonna film this, I'm gonna eat some waffles, and then I'm gonna go to work. But the thing is, I realized that the biggest shift I've ever made in my own weight loss journey came from something so simple, but obviously very powerful. It was when I finally started treating myself the same way that I would treat my husband, the person that I love the most in this world. When you think about it, if you were married to someone who kept saying all the right things, telling you how much they love you, telling you how they wanted to be better for you, telling you that they were going to show up for you, do all these things for you because it mattered to you and it was important to you, but they never ever did. They never kept their promises. They never followed through. They always had an excuse and they always kind of gave up on you. How would that actually make you feel? You would probably feel very confused. You would feel let down. You would feel, like you can't trust them. And slowly you would start to disconnect from this person, not because you don't care, but because the relationship has no foundation. Now imagine that this partner or husband or even best friend said all these beautiful things to you, but every time you needed them, they bailed. Every time you asked for support, they disappeared. Every time they said they would help or come hang out, they broke their word. You would start to feel very alone, and eventually you would stop believing anything that they told you, anything that they said. And when I finally looked at myself with the same lens, it hit me really hard. And I realized this morning, this is what I used to do to myself for years and years and years. I was the partner to myself who kept saying, I wanted better. I was the one that was making promises. I was the one saying I would change. I would start tomorrow. I'll eat healthier. I'll move my body. I'll stop self-sabotaging myself. Stop drinking so much. Stop eating takeout. I'll show up for myself. And then I never would. I kept breaking my own trust over and over, and I kept letting myself down. And then I wondered why I felt stuck, why I felt disconnected from my goals. Why weight loss feels so hard is because I had broken a relationship with myself and I had kept trying to build my dream life on top of it. There was no foundation. So this is for you if you are, have any resonation with this. It was once I started looking at myself the way that I would look at my husband, at all the people that I love the most. Everything completely shifted. Because if my husband or my best friend or someone came to me and they were struggling, I would show up for them without hesitation. I would do anything to help them. I would never flake on them. I would never lie to them. I would never break their trust over and over. I would protect that relationship with everything that I have, because it is so important to me, because I do not want to lose that person. And we are continuously losing ourselves over and over and over again. So why was I not doing that for myself? This is the thing where self-discipline comes in. So many people think discipline is harsh, it's restrictive, it's punishing. But honestly, discipline is pure love. It is the highest form of love. It is you saying, I matter enough to follow through. I matter enough to keep my word. I matter enough to do the things that I said that I would do. I matter enough to treat myself like someone I would never want to lose. And the thing is, when you start showing up for yourself with that kind of devotion, your whole life is going to change, I promise. Weight loss will stop being this battle. It'll become a practice of rebuilding the trust with yourself. It will become about strengthening that relationship that you've been neglecting for years. The most important relationship that you have is with yourself. It'll be about becoming the kind of partner to yourself that you always wish that you had. And if you really want to change your body or your habits or your life, start here and ask yourself honestly, if I were my partner, would I feel loved by the way I am showing up for them? Would I trust myself? Would I feel supported? Would I feel cared for? And if the answer is no, that is not something to feel ashamed of. It is something to get curious about and to start really questioning everything that you think, everything that you say, everything that you do with yourself, so that you can start to rebuild that relationship from a very strong foundation. You can rebuild the trust with yourself with one small promise at a time. Drink the water you said you were gonna drink. Get the steps you said you were gonna get. Eat the nourishing food. Do the meal prep. Go to bed when you said you would. You start with one thing, and these tiny things seem so small, but they are how you start teaching yourself that your word actually means something. This is what creates real transformation, not perfection, not all or nothing, but devotion. Love disguised as discipline, showing up for yourself the way you would show up for the people you would never ever want to lose. If you can make that shift, you will not only lose weight, you will become the version of yourself you have always wanted to be, someone you trust, someone you feel proud of, someone you feel safe with, someone you actually enjoy being. And that is the real goal. A healthy body is amazing, but a healthy relationship with yourself is priceless. And if you want support while you do this, come join the Transformation Tribe. Get my book, Master Your Mind, Transform Your Body. It's on sale right now for Black Friday. But the tribe is really where it's at. It's my private community of women who are rebuilding that relationship with themselves. I'm in there rebuilding that relationship with myself. We're all in there staying accountable and manifesting our healthiest, happiest bodies and lives. So join now, because this is the last chance to join for the introductory price before the price goes up. I'd love to have you in there with us. You deserve to be someone you trust, okay? You deserve to be someone you're proud of, someone you would never want to lose. And it just starts with treating yourself with the same love and devotion that you give to everybody else. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Send it to anybody who needs a little bit of love and inspiration, or is feeling down. I feel you. We're all in this together. I hope you guys have a beautiful week, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.